Alright, getting comfortable in my chair here. Um, so, I haven't talked to the neurologist yet. I'm going to call them later today and see if I can get them to either up the dose of the Aricept or to get me an appointment sooner. Because my appointment's in August. I just think that's too far away. Um, I know my hands are shaking. So, I guess it's been almost 2 weeks ago. I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And like I normally do, I just looked up at the clock to say, okay, what time is it? And this is not a digital clock. This is a regular old-fashioned clock, with the small hand and the large hand. And I couldn't remember what hand represented what and what was supposed to be where. I could not tell time. I'm pretty sure I've been telling time since I was 3 or 4. So, over 55 years anyway. That was shocking. Just shocking to me. I've been noticing slips lately. I'll use the wrong word, or I'll forget a word, get completely lost in a sentence. Things that have kind of been building up, But that just completely knocked the wind out of my sails. I've been thinking, they've been saying for 3 years now, we believe at this point it's just cognitive impairment. It's just cognitive impairment. It's not Alzheimer's or dementia. Well, that may have been true then. I really think if you get up in the middle of the night and you haven't had anything different to eat, drink, anything, and you can't tell what the hands on a clock mean, something's very wrong. I know Steve has seen my slip-ups because he didn't seem terribly surprised. So, I don't know. It's not that I want that to be the case. I want to live years and years with my husband. But if I have Alzheimer's or another form of dementia, then I want to have my medication, the highest dose possible. I want to have time to everything. I know that my 3 oldest grandchildren will remember me, but Kellen just turned 3 in March. I want him to have memories of me. I really do. So, I'm hoping for some years of clarity before it just gets really bad. I may be totally off base. I might be totally wrong. But it doesn't feel like that. Before that even happened, we were keeping the kids, and I thought the kids were going to come by and pick them up earlier. I didn't know that Chantel had called her daddy, and they had discussed having the kids until late in the day. And I told him, I said, you need to talk to me before you do stuff like that because my time is so short. And I kind of thought about that and said, where'd that come from? But it felt 100% truthful. It felt like, okay, that sounds true. That is making sense. And I think it was like the next night I had the clock episode. I'd like to talk to my daughter and my eldest granddaughter about what things of mine they would like to have so that Steve doesn't have to pack up my mother's crystal and china and the crystal and china I have. he doesn't have to deal with that. Of course, he's going to keep the crystal we have, because there are very special wine glasses that we got for our wedding, and he won't want to part with them. But he has no use for Mama's crystal. That's the kind of, I just need to know, okay, do you want to go ahead and take possession of? What about the piano? If you're not going to want the piano, I need to know so I can try and give it to somebody. I'm certainly not going to sell it because it needs tuning very badly. And I just don't know. We brought it up here from Texas when my parents moved up here. It had been at my home church because they loaned it to the home church after Grandmama died. Anyway, I've been trying to go through things a little bit, and if we don't need it, get rid of it kind of thing. Haven't had much energy this last month or two, so I don't know how much I've gotten done there, really. I don't really want to leave everything for my daughter to have to go through. I think that's, you know, if we can help keep from doing that, you know, we don't need to do that. Am I scared? I'm terrified. Absolutely terrified. I guess the best thing about dementia is that when you get really bad, you don't realize it. This is going to be so hard on Steve. We've discussed when people are in a coma or they have dementia where they are not in their right minds at all. I really think that Jesus goes in and lives with them in their brain so that they don't have a loss. Jesus has so much compassion for the sick and the poor and the dying. I can't see why he wouldn't do that. I felt like when Steve's mom was in a coma prior to death that he was with her. And I feel like he was with Mama too when she went in a coma after her stroke. And of course, he certainly was with all of us through that. So the wonderful thing is we have many friends in our church that will rally around Steve and help him out with anything he needs help with. I know that. I know my friends, I know they will do that. His church family will help with that. I don't want him just pulling into himself and not being around people and stuff. I hope I don't sound hysterical here, and I hope I'm not like being too forward about it, but when you have something like that happen, it's terrifying. Just terrifying. I didn't know I was going to wake up like the next morning. So I'm going to tell Chantel if she doesn't want the crystal in China, she's welcome to sell them. Keep the money for something she needs for the house or for the kids. I don't mind. Mama doesn't mind. She's not here. Patty didn't want it. She doesn't have room for that stuff. She lives in a really small house. So that's something else. Patty says Daddy looks so frail. I figure every day we have him now is a gift. So, but I feel very strongly he may not be with us, you know, years or anything. He doesn't take as good a care of himself as he might should. I hate calling doctor's offices. Anybody else like that? I hate making phone calls. I don't mind making videos, but I don't want to make a phone call. My daughter doesn't like it either. My sister doesn't like it, so it's something that runs in the family. So, I don't know. Next time I'll do a makeup video. I'll show you how bad my thing for pinky brown nude lipsticks is, because it's really bad. I only have about one lipstick that's not a pinky nude-ish color. One. And way, way, way too many that are. I love getting a new lipstick in the mail. It's just, I'm terrible. I'm terrible about that. I need to quit. To lean on Jesus for that. If anybody else is going through this with a member of their family or themselves, reach out to me. We can talk. We can lean on each other. This is not something anybody needs to go through alone. And of course, I'm not alone. I have my husband here, and my daughter lives 5 miles away. So, anyway, I guess that's all I have for today. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. And we'll talk soon. Bye.